Oh, Sanguinius!
Hello and welcome everyone back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and of course the boys as always, and yes, for Sanguinius, for Baal, for the Emperor, we go forth into another game of Dark Heresy. So, oh yes, big shout out to Hook Sounds for providing all the music. Find their link down below if you're watching on YouTube. Also, on that note, if any of you out there have missed any episodes, you can always catch up on them over my my YouTube channel to make things easier. Smile. Okay, so last time, what happened? Well, our group decided to do some much needed research, and after doing some research,
Everything went quiet.
so I just noticed that I was coming through as a robot, apparently.
Not for me.
Yeah, not for us.
Oh, good. Hopefully it wasn't working then. There is a small chance that the stream just heard everything in robot cant, but hey ho. Never mind. Never mind. I need more screens. I need a screen for everything so I can just be like, okay, that's off, that's on, okay. But anyway, so yes, our group decided to do some research, and after finding out a number of details about some of the nobility on world, about some of the groups that they need to look into themselves, namely the Schola Terrenia. And after doing some digging around, they decided that enough was enough. If they were going to learn anything, they would learn it on the ground at the location. So they figured out when this essentially it's an orphanage stroke school. That's what a Scholam is, for anyone who isn't up to date with that. They take in orphans, they train them up, and they go off into the Imperium as indentured servants. Normally this would be an actual step up. An indentured servant is far better off than a normal civilian on a world. An indentured servant in the Imperium means they've been educated and are normally looked after, although at the same time conditions can be pretty fucking horrendous because it's 40k. Joy. So they found out that this Scholam, the Scholam Terrenia, was having a open day essentially, and they were going to go and introduce themselves. The group figured out that, oh dear, why did you do that? The group figured out, never mind, that they could quite easily disguise themselves and go there and scope out the place. It wouldn't be too difficult. They have a number of ident chips to help them with this endeavor. Now, I believe we left it working on. So yes, I believe we start back up as you wake up in your basically your apartment on the Rogue Trader ship on the 105th day of the Imperial calendar. You have, as a reminder, now 4 days to go until the open day.
Four days until the open day, and 10 days until the meeting with the Rogue Trader. 15th, wasn't it?
The 13th. No, on the 13th, you have to be back on the ship. You must be back on the ship. That was his only demand, request, what have you. No, demand,
okay.
Demand. No, he was meant to meet you, like you had arranged to have a meal with him at one point. That came and went. That day just came and went. You didn't get any messages, he didn't get any messages. but you guys didn't seem to notice. So if you want to arrange another meeting with him, you can. Otherwise, you can just go about your business.
I believe I brought up the meeting. That was just to basically speed things along. But if we're going to be here to the 13th/14th anyway, doesn't really matter. So we can do other stuff. We can just leave our apologies, but carry on with other objectives for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep. Well,
Wow, 100 D100s, and you didn't get a single 1 or 100. That's impressive.
yeah.
That's either really good or really bad.
I think that's actually pretty bad, because... Well, no, actually.
You're either asking for a lot of 1s or a lot of 100s.
I think Jim's is better there, actually, because clear out more of the higher numbers there at the start. I had 174 and then fucking... oh, shit, I should actually... 3 points. Get one back.
You certainly do.
No, not fatigue. Yes. There. Okay. Wait, that's willpower and stuff as well. Okay. So we have the open day. We have the plan, or I believe it was Mordecai and I was mainly into this, but talking to Twisty Boy.
McTwisty Boy. Great name.
Yeah, you can do that.
What was his name? Alucard.
Yes.
Alucard Marcissus. Mars Acus. Which is literally just Mars war.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Alright. Ezio and Liliana, is there anything specific you guys still need to do? Or are we just prepping to go down to this thing?
I think I spent all my day, so I can't do anything. Unless I'm missing off day. This?
I believe this is a new day, right?
Yes, this is a new day. Like, you guys can do whatever you want. If you want to spend longer on the ship doing research, then you just need to speak to the group. Because you have 4 days until the Schola opens for open day. There are a couple of things that you might want to sort out first. But if you want to do more research, again, it's entirely up to you.
So for the Schola, we need the...
recording devices were not possible due to price.
No, the recording devices on par with the Rogue Trader, we don't have access to because they're far too expensive and technically, like, illegal.
I mean...
The ones we can get currently are civilian grade, and I think that... Can we get up the best quality recording stuff?
Not really. If you speak to the Rogue Trader, you could. Like, the Rogue Trader essentially can get you stuff that you cannot get on World, and can get you stuff that technically is illegal. But being of a Rogue Trader dynasty, he has more leeway than most Imperial nobles, so, yeah.
The only things because research, Liliana hit a massive brick wall that she can't go through, so she started helping you guys, and you guys, actually found something for us to go and deal with it. But I do need to see if I can get a good makeup kit, a disguise kit, and Spire gloves, I think it was, that we needed. Those three are probably easier to find here with the Road Trader than down there. So
you'll need at least best clothing, I think. Probably not.
I already have that.
Clothing depends on how you intend to go down. If you're planning on going down as your own personalities that you have established, then it's up to you how you dress. If you're going down, like, for example, as part of the Rogue Traders team, then you'd either ask the Rogue Trader, do you have a uniform that you send people down in, or do you have a certain dress code for non-officers, things of that nature. If you're going in to blag it for another house, again, you don't have to go in as the rich guys. Because at the same time, would the super rich go themselves? Probably not. They'd probably send a servant or a person in charge of hiring the servants in the household to go and do it.
I mean, I'm not so sure I agree that 100% because there's something about ego of I know what I want better than anybody else, especially if I'm searching for a kid. For instance, for my household.
So again, let's just re-examine this. Skolums are not. You're not going there to pick out a kid to groom and to play with. That's not the idea of them. The idea is that they're there for hiring servants that are skilled. So if you want a servant who can, do a silver service dining, then you might go to a Skolum to get someone who has spent 3 years, 4 years learning all the stuff there is to know about doing fine dining and looking after the rich. And they're not. There is the dark side of it. I'm not going to lie there, but that's genuinely just something you bring up quietly in private situation. You're genuinely getting, for a noble person, they would be getting someone who is an adult, to do, to again be maids, to do the daily house numbers, because the nobility don't do their own running of the household. What comes in, what goes out, getting the food in, what food do they want, this is all done by servants and butlers and so on. So these are intelligent people that they're hiring. So again, you can go dress as however nobly as you want. It's just you might turn a few heads if you're like, oh yes, I'm the countess of a very fine and noble house on this other world. So just be a bit careful there.
If you want to be the flash of cash kind of person, don't be it overtly. Do the stealthy side, as in you have the briefcase full of money or something like that. You don't flash your shit. Don't forget, the main thing we're doing here is just for recon. So we need specifically Albie and Waldo to be disguised up anyway, because both of them were made.
No.
Because he worked for Waldo because he worked for what do you call it, and Albie because he got spotted recon already.
I mean, I was also technically made because I was serving those people, not as made as Waldo, but
I gave him the time of his life for about 5 seconds.
I'll probably just dress nicely upper hive because this is in the on the upper hive, right?
Yeah.
I'll just dress upper hive. I'm not gonna dress Spire. Upper hive should be okay, right? Or am I still too high up to go there?
It is
Because I honestly
it's the upper hive, not the upper spire. The spire and hive is different. Don't forget.
Yeah, true. I'll just
It is in the upper hive, but yeah. Although this did bring up a good point. Do we want to get? Oh, did Albie just drop?
No, I misclicked.
There is. Do we want to get the rogue trader in on this as well?
If he hates the dude, they'd probably be for it.
We do know that he likes being James Bond, so
Yeah.
thing is, he is now hated as far as I'm aware on those specific circles.
By a specific one of the group.
True.
Specifically by what's his name?
Hoffa.
Look at Hoffa.
Hopper. Yeah.
I mean, we should probably tell him what we intend to do. We involved him before, why not involve him now too?
I say we involve him.
Sure.
Alright. So what are we going to say to him about it specifically? Do this ahead of time, so we just don't come up with it on the fly.
I mean, just tell him what we found out. And I don't think that we need to color this in any way, because we're just following up on what happened last time, so.
Alright. Okie dokie then. So, can we send a message to the rogue trader for, well, I suppose we can't see him now, but it'll have to be like a dinner or something?
Sure, if you want to vox over to, well, the comms operator.
Okay.
So
yeah.
You pick up the comms in your suite, and you get through to the comms operator. He asks what he can do for you.
We previously missed the dinner with the captain due to personal or group business. However, if it is fine with the captain, would it be possible to reschedule to tonight or tomorrow?
One moment. You go on the you stay on the line for a couple of moments, not too long, surprisingly, before he comes back. I've been informed the captain would like to apologise on behalf of he completely forgot about his meal with you. Unfortunately, he cannot be seen at the moment as he is quite busy. He has a matter of issues that he has to attend to. However, he has offered to give you any support that you may need, and if you do need to talk to someone, he can ensure that one of his officers is made available.
Alright, well thank you very much. We may contact you again soon, so keep an eye out.
Will do.
I will relay that to the group. So, okay. The way I can say it is we either do this with, we're posing as, fuck's sake, that was the name?
There is two ways we can go about this. We can go about this as our aliases, and I'll go there and the head of the daughter. Thing is, both myself and Mordecai would be definitely made as prostitutes, let's put it like that, in a party. You two haven't technically.
Remember, Jim, lovely
I know.
Jim. You were playing a female character. You change your appearance whenever the hell you like, just with a bit of makeup.
I know, but
people of the sky.
Again, I know. Which is why I didn't finish. But anyway, we either let you two go, both Ezio and Darius, as more that are just going there to find serfs to buy for us, or we tidy up and go there as a group and check the place out.
Yeah. See, what I was thinking along the lines of was, we can either go as representatives of Hawnsmith, i.e. you, get your little disguise kits, makeup, whatever, put it on both, doesn't matter. As long as Ezio and I look like mercs, we should be fine. It's you two that needs to be the most do-over, more or less. Or we do have the ident chips for the rogue trader. Don't forget, we technically classify as part of his crew. So we could go on his behalf, technically on his behalf, should we need stuff like uniforms, gear, or anything like that. And I believe those ident chips will allow us to bring better gear in case shit goes sideways.
I would recommend against using the ident chips, purely because it seemed like they had a bit of an altercation last time.
We're gonna have to use the ident chips one way or another, either our alias ones or the rogue trader ones. I
was meaning not use the rogue trader ones. But we can, Liliana got it that time. Can disguise herself, and we can always lean into my already made status if we wanted to as well.
You could be Anna's concubine.
That's what I was saying, but in more words. Well, fewer words. Yes.
I'm just kind of looking at it again. I guess I'll be able to whip you if we do that, won't I?
I'd shoot you a devil's stare of.
I'm just going to smirk at it. Either way works for me. We just have to decide which way we want to go. If we do go as the rogue trader, there is the thing which Mordecai just mentioned. He is hated by Hoffa, and that may influence our stay there, but it may not. Business is business to these people after all.
Yeah. Alright, I say then get yourselves ready for go out and get a disguise kit or something along those lines, and just get yourselves ready to up here, because I don't think leaving Ezio and I to do all the talking is going to work.
Stress yourselves more.
I'm sure you could do a decent job of it, but
Darius just looks like, no, I hate people.
Not all people.
Most people.
But there's so many juicy people out there, Darius.
Why do you have to use the word juicy?
Luscious?
I mean, it's a good word to use around him. He does like the disturbing. So keep it up. Good practice.
I'm just going to cock my head to the side and say, how is luscious disturbing? And why does he like disturbing? I don't get it.
I am confused.
Also, what the fuck was that you just said to me before, too?
I saw things in there. Horror.
Huh? I am so confused.
Okay, so let's start with the disguise kit, shall we? Because I found that now. So, if you want to buy a disguise kit, they're 150 thrones, standard. That's a common quality one. If you have a disguise kit,
times 10, right?
Huh?
Best quality is times 10?
Yes, it's times 10. For a common disguise kit, it will give you a plus 20 to your disguise test.
Disguise test.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have disguise in this system because we're using first edition's items and second edition rules. So this would be a stealth check, as far as I'm aware.
Hang on. I think I got this. I think I saw this.
Should wait. Would it be Deceive Fellowship? Would that work?
Hang on.
I believe
It's under
disguise
one of the
is.
skills.
Yeah, it's under the description of skills and what they can be used for. I'm pretty sure it's stealth.
Huh.
Deceive is disguise is under deceive.
Oh, is it under deceive?
An acolyte with the deceive skill can create a disguise for himself, given time and raw materials.
Oh,
Ooh, that is
okay.
far better for me because I didn't know stealth.
The GM decides how long formulating the disguise takes, and if the character has the materials on hand, once the disguise is donned, the GM then secretly tests for the player using his deceive skill and any appropriate modifiers. Whenever the disguise comes under scrutiny, a pose test against the scrutiny of whoever is trying to see through the disguise. If the disguise passes the first test, the player does not need not test again unless something changes, as in suspicion is cast on the character or a more observant NPC arrives. So you're not going to know how well your disguise actually is until,
Until it's tested, basically.
Yeah, I basically roll for you.
I mean, we can technically test that before we actually go do the real test, just by going to the club.
So the initial creation of the disguise takes time, while the authenticity of the disguise requires the test. Why did I get a promotion for corn? Oh, no. Oh, fuck's sake, is that link?
Did you just ask why you were getting a promotion from corn?
No, why am I getting a promotion for quarantine? But I realized, no, it's not for quarantine, it's the fucking, I think it's the link Albie sent, quarantine something. What the fuck is it?
Eh?
It's like
What are
gaming.
you talking about that game?
Yeah, where the fuck did you even send it?
Oh, it's Remold-esque, Dwarf Forces-esque.
Ah, yes, no, it's no. I asked him where'd you put it, and it was in Cantina. Okay.
I mean, technically irrelevant for the current state of affairs.
That's why it caught me off guard. Like, really out of guard.
I was closing a tab and then suddenly I just saw one that said free quarantine. I was like, what?
Oh,
Right. So,
that's
disguise
not
test.
Yes, Back to the game.
So,
Go fetch your makeup.
what do you
Beyond
have a
Pop.
disguise kit?
I
Yeah.
don't, but I intend to buy one.
Okay,
What would the best quality one be?
1,500, and that would give you a plus 30 to your test. It also has a lot of shit in it.
I already
it's-
added that to my thing, so minus 1,500 from my thingy. But
Okay, so
if it's for the good of the nation, I'm willing to spend as much money as needed.
a best quality disguise kit. The Rogue Trader does have one. I wonder why. He has a couple actually, but he can part with one. Let me just go. So it's got advanced tools.
Oh shit.
So you can do putty work on yourself. Okay, you might not be able to get it.
Oh.
You might not be able to get it. So it contains a watered down version of the infamous drug polymorphine.
Oh.
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 So yeah,
People not familiar with 40k.
That's the one assassins use to fucking transform their face into someone else's.
yeah.
Excellent, I
You're-
want it.
No. A Rogue Trader doesn't have connections like this, or if he does, he's not going to be selling the stuff.
I mean,
Because
he
it
doesn't have
includes
that.
it includes changing your gender quite convincingly. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're not getting that. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. I mean, there's shitloads of stuff in here.
What's on there?
This is under the Macarius' Handbook, Tools of the Trade, page 76 in the PDF.
I don't have
It was
the Macarius handbook.
It was the only way I could find it with a price.
I found the forgery kit. You two just jumped into the armor at the exact same time.
Okay, so if
So yeah, it would basically
technically the
it'd
best
give you the
quality
mimic
doesn't
talent. It would give you the mimic talent, so you wouldn't be
work.
getting
I would
that.
love that. So if I technically can't get the best quality because best quality is assassin related, can I get the good quality? And just say it has prosthetics and actual things that you can work with that don't change your actual physical makeup with assassin shenanigans.
Oh, also this I think this affects psychers as well. It risk of profoundly affecting the use of the psyche. Oh no, psyche. No.
Oh, psyche, not flicker.
The user's
It makes you go,
psycho.
what?
Oh no, psycho.
Psycho.
If the successful disguise test made a alteration of his appearance by 3 or more degrees, he must also pass a willpower test -10 or gain a minor obsessive disorder. Because you disguised yourself too well. You disguised yourself so well that you thought you were someone else.
You disguise yourself so well you have dysphoria now.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
basically. Okay, so actually the good quality one, so that's 3 times the price, so 450 thrones. Also gives you a plus 30 to your disguise test. But
I
only
think
if
you
the
did that,
character
like-
is using the kit also possesses the Medicae skill.
Oh,
Fuck.
I have Medicaid.
I have the C's. Can we work together on this?
Can we make
So
this a group
this one actually,
Oh,
drug
fuck.
serum injects directly can change the user's skin and hair pigment, whilst electro prickling can create or hide scars. Change.
I have.
Well, you can change.
Fuck that up.
I believe the user can also orient the flesh.
Okay, hold on. I'm almost to the point where I wish I had enough points to spend just on my biomancy power so I can get shape flesh. Because then I would just be able to do everything in there.
So it looks like, to be completely honest with you, you want the common kit. Because the common kit has a set of powders, dyes, balms, and all sorts of false features such as changing, color changing contact lenses, various wigs and facial hairs to be clipped on, piercings, and flesh putty that can be used to make the face, neck seem thicker and rounder, or more defined.
What page is this on, sorry? On the Carrion Handbook?
76 on the PDF, or 75 on the book. So it sounds to me like realistically you want the common quality one.
Look, the good quality would be amazing, but still, I think I'm just gonna end up buying the biomancy shape flash later on and just use that.
So if you're going to buy one, can you roll me a 1d5 plus 10 and note this down next to the disguise kit?
But
The amount of
1d5. Sorry, what was that? 1d5 what?
Plus 10.
I guess it's for the amount of doses. Am I correct?
It has 12 uses.
I'm gonna buy a common one and a good one.
5. Hang on. 600 thrones then.
I'm just gonna do this because push comes to shove. I can work with Darius to fix maybe was the good one. Especially the intense scarring which I have. A lot.
So, is that possible? Can we actually work together to get the disguise kits working properly?
It says that the person who is doing the disguising must possess Medicaid.
Right. Shit.
I mean,
so,
he would technically be doing the disguising and I would be helping.
I do have Deceive and I do have Medicaid, but
So you get a plus 10.
For the good quality,
Well,
it would be for the Medicaid.
You'd give him a plus 10. That's all, because it goes off of his degrees.
yeah.
So I can't have you both doing a test and adding on. So it'd just be he gets a plus 10 along with the plus 30. But at the same time, you aren't meant to know how good your disguise is. So it seems a bit odd you helping him when you don't know how good it is. To be honest with you, disguise kits, realistically, you should know if you've disguised yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
that test to see if the deceive versus scrutiny goes through, that's more or less if the person who's scrutinizing you believes the disguise or not. It's more or less like if you're disguising yourself as someone very specific, that scrutiny test will try to see through you don't have the right spring to your step or the right inference in your voice and stuff like that. I mean, that's how I see it, at least.
This guy's kit is so fucking confusing.
This sounds messy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're leaning into me being a twink.
I mean, for how much do you think we can sell you?
Don't worry.
Keep making those noises, you'll definitely be fucking sold in no time. Alright, Mario, calm down.
Cryostasis fault.
So essentially, it will have to be Darius doing the test completely. I don't think you would be able to help when doing a discard. I think it would be down to one person doing it. Fair enough. If it was another person, so it's two people doing the disguise on you, I might bend to that. But having you helping Darius doing your disguise when you yourself, as the rules state, are not meant to know how well it's done, yeah, I don't think I will.
I mean, that's also something that I found highly weird, because we're technically a team, and the team can look the team can look at you and say, that looks absolutely horseshit.
Yeah, but they don't. They don't. That's what the rules
To
say.
be fair, we are blending two different systems together here, because they had their own disguise skill in DH1, and it's just a different kind of thing in Dark Heresy 2.
Okay, so
What are the Dark Heresy rules?
Oh, this
Yeah,
item's from first edition.
Yeah.
No, this isn't a second edition item.
So
So
it's not in second.
no.
if I do the deceive test, I'm rolling with a target of 65. If you do the deceive test, what would be your target?
With the plus 20?
Plus 30 in your case.
Oh, plus 30. Fellowship or what?
Intelligence, because it's Medicaid.
Let's see.
Unless it's Medicaid Fellowship, which would be...
No, you just need to have the Medicaid skill.
Sounds
You're
very
not
No,
using
you
it.
need Medicaid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
don't
just need
use
Medicaid.
it.
So it's your Deceive Fellowship.
So to see
Okay.
Fellowship, that would be the plus 30?
Yeah.
77.
You're so good at Deceive Fellowship.
I don't. I have Deceive. I have Deceive. I have 1 point in Disease Fellowship. I have 47 Fellowship.
How do you have 47 Fellowship? I have 45.
I have put 15 points into Fellowship, okay?
So did I!
I have 35
So-
fellowship with 5
Listen,
points in.
I had minus 10s all across the board because when I first meet someone, I fucking hate them.
Are we going with Darius
No.
to do the roll?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense that you're better at it because you're paranoid about them getting spotted or whatever, so you really make sure.
Okay. What the fuck?
How'd you have 47 Fellowship?
Oh, can I get a 1d10 plus... a 1d5 plus 10, Jim, for your good quality disguised kit?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
11 uses.
Okay. Jesus.
Don't fail me now.
Okay.
Like, seriously, don't fail.
He won't know. He won't know. I roll.
Yeah.
And this,
Don't
don't you fail me.
You roll opposed, so you have to roll against the scrutiny of whoever we meet.
Yeah.
Unless someone actually has a better scrutiny than the person that first rolled, doesn't need to be done again, unless we do something that fucks up.
So essentially, for all mainline NPCs, they will get a roll. But for a guard, for general people in the place, yeah, there's one roll that covers all of them. But when someone of note turns up, they get to have a roll. And each time, it's like I know I've written down your target, you're 77. So just when the time comes, I will roll against to see how well you do. You should be
Like to
fine.
point out, of course it's fucking 77 too.
Yeah.
Half
it early on the field
Pass up dodge.
Oh, no.
No, fuck me. No. I take it back. They prefer mine. I'm sick. Fuck off.
Ah, the drippy dick for all of you. You shall all suffer.
Praise Nugs.
So,
Fucking Nargle.
No.
you should be glad. You should be glad I didn't get you to roll.
Undecided.
So, You have. There is no number for undecided. You have. No, because they're undecided. They don't have a number. The number of the god gives them power. It's not just assigned, because the worshippers wanted it. It's
Isn't there a
to do with
god
the god.
undecided? I feel like we should make one.
No, there's no god of undecided. That's why
No,
they're
undecided.
undecided.
No, undecided
know.
is just a meme, Alvin. Yeah, undecided is just a meme that's in the loyalty chart. They don't know who to worship yet.
They love all four gods equally, and they just can't.
No, that's
pick
undivided.
one.
Undivided and undecided are two
Oh,
different
good
people. One doesn't know, one loves all of them.
So, what else do you guys need? Clothing,
Okay.
I will give you. You have enough clothing, Liliana. You do not need to add to your wardrobe anymore.
More slutty
But I
clothing for
want
me.
to.
Like,
You may suffer negative soon for carting all this shit around with you.
Oh boy.
Hey, that's why I have a massive, fancy room.
No, this is why you're going to the Schola to pick up a fucking personal dry cleaner. Or not dry cleaner.
Exactly. I'm gonna grab myself a child that can be my pack mule.
oh dear.
I don't think they need to be trained for that.
I
Just want to
Oh,
be-
but they do.
You gotta have one that acts professionally though.
Exactly. One
Fair
that,
enough.
So,
doesn't
is there
dirty my
anything
clothes.
else that you need to get?
like high class prostitute level clothes or high class.
No, you just need to wear regular clothes. If people recognize you as my twink, who the fuck cares?
That's what I'm saying. Like, lean into it. So like, get good looking clothes for me because I don't think I actually have any.
I don't need you walking around like a whore dressed nicely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need like nice clothes.
The kinky shit can be under it.
So, how much do you want to spend?
How much are like the right quality clothes? Because I don't think I've ever actually tried to buy that level of clothes before.
you annoying person.
I think I
So
have that,
clothing is various. It depends entirely on what you're going for. It can range from as little as a throne for some rags to as much as 1 million thrones for diamond and gold plated or made out of clothing. The sky's the limit when it comes to the top price. For clothing, for where you're going, to just be like normal, well, to really blend into the crowd, you're looking at like 50 to 75 thrones, there or thereabouts. If you want to stand out, you're looking more at like 100 and 150.
Okay. I'll probably go, probably about upper end of that. It's like 70, 80 thrones. Let's call it 80 thrones.
Sure, and if you want to label it as upper hive clothing, if you are leaning towards the obviously your clothing, give a little description about what it's for. I don't accept the term of I bought high Jesus Christ, I bought high hive quality clothing. It should be fine when you clearly stated you wanted to dress as a twink and you're going into a fighting pit or going into a club or something. It may catch up on you where you're doing something. I'll be like, okay, so you look like a twink who's in good quality clothing. There are lots of angry, sweaty men around you.
And don't forget, you're wearing a tongue and nipple clamps.
What? What?
It's been decided.
Can I get?
No, you may not.
Did I understand that correctly?
Maybe.
And amazingly, they don't actually give prices for any of this
Yeah.
in the book.
Nipple clamps?
No.
That was what you said, right?
No,
Yes.
no one said that.
Everyone said that.
To be fair, like, high-class escorts are usually, like, just smartly dressed. They're not really
You see a
very
lot of
ostentatious.
Do you see a lot of high-class escorts, Waldo?
Hey, now that's a conversation for me and my bank account.
It's not Warhammer at all, it's taking all the money.
Oh no, that too.
That's for Slaanesh models. Have some inspiration.
I suppose I should actually invest in some more clothing, because at the moment I have shit clothing, so
I'll check home.
yeah.
Spend it on my clothes.
Basically what I kind of need to get is a nice jacket, shirt, and slacks, I think they call them. What do you call it? American call them? Pants? Like dress trousers.
Trousers.
Yeah, just dress trousers. So I'll keep my boots. And I want them to be nice enough quality for when we do shit like this. So,
50 to 75 thrones is upper hive attire.
I'm supposed to pass myself off as a merc, so I'll say 50. Okay.
I do love how they give descriptions for all the different so poor craftsmanship, common craftsmanship, like Adeptus robes and crappy clothes, uniforms, but they don't give a price for any of it. So there's really no. I wish there was just a price for one, because then you can at least quantify it by how much it should be. But hey ho. So sure, you can all get clothes easy to get on the Rogue Traders.
I'll get the same outfit as Darius.
Okay.
Sure. The Rogue Trader doesn't have this clothing on hand. So a tailor comes to your suite and basically measures you all up. And then takes down a couple of notes, if you want, okay, so you actually want it a bit baggier fitting, you want it a bit more blah. So technically, you can style it however you want, as long as there's not too much bling. You should be fine.
Is there any weight to these clothes?
Any
200.
Weight?
No.
Okay. Or negligible, at least.
No, technically clothes do weigh quite a lot when you've got 4 or 5 outfits.
Yeah.
But essentially, you're not allowed to carry 4 or 5 outfits on you. Apparently, something went wrong with Discord, but with Roll20, but now it's fine. Never mind. I won't allow you to just be like, oh, I'm just going to swap my clothes around. I'm going to swap my clothes. Well, what, you're walking around with a massive rucksack that's packed full of stuff? Well, you definitely stood out in all these places. But whilst you're in like the Rogue Traders place, your base, in your gun cutter, essentially you can leave your clothes there. It's not a big deal to move them around. It's only Liliana who's going to have to start buying suitcases.
I mean, I do keep my clothes back at base whenever I have them.
These are getting custom made, right?
Pardon?
These are getting custom made, basically, right?
Yes.
Can I get a concealed pocket on it?
Are you getting a public masturbator trench coat?
You'll need to pay an extra 50 thrones.
That's
and
alright,
they
yep.
can put a concealable pocket in there.
Basically, something I can use to hide either a pistol or compact weapon.
Okay,
Oh, is that what
so
you call it?
they will So write down on your clothes then that a -30 to sleight of hand checks to pat you down looking for a weapon.
Can I also do the same?
Yes.
15 gold rounds. Well,
1-5. Added on. Yeah.
Okay.
But I will make this.
With my help pistol in it, if that's fine with you.
Hell pistol?
No, it wouldn't be able to. It wouldn't be able to hold a hell pistol because a hell pistol is connected to an external battery source.
Is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it says in the description, and it's a well-known fact of the law. It's connected by a wire to your belt, which has a massive battery attached to it. So no, you can't put your hell pistol in there and get the benefits of it. A las pistol, you could. An auto pistol, you could. A bolt pistol, no, that's too large. So you do need to be a bit corpus mentis about what you're putting in there.
Right.
But yeah, your hell pistol, no, it won't.
Hey, I didn't say my arm getting the rifle.
This is true. I
What about
will also add.
dead holder?
I will also add on there that it will take a full action to actually get the gun and make it ready. If you have quick draw, that means it's a half action.
Yep.
To actually get the weapon out, because it is concealed. It means it's quite difficult to quickly whip it out.
I don't want to ask why you're whipping it out.
Because he needs to whip it out and pistol whip a bitch.
I guess pistol in a suitcase or an SMG in a suitcase is the thing. 40k.
Probably.
But
I'm sorry,
getting it
what did you
anywhere
want?
concealed.
No, it's just for future reference. It doesn't have to be discussed. Right?
I mean, you can fit, let's say, an SMG into a suitcase, except when people go check it out, there is a SMG inside the suitcase.
Yeah.
Unless it's the disassembled SMG that you have to assemble, and yada yada yada. But still, it's an SMG.
I know.
You can still get a suitcase that is rigged. You would be able to get a suitcase that's rigged to pull a trigger.
It's more. I'm thinking more of if we ever have to go somewhere. Not.
We don't need this for this mission anyway. It's fine. This is just a.
That's why he said it's for future reference. We can skip this.
All right. You guys need anything else for this? I've got clothing. I've got my. I have my recording kit. If you can bring it in with me, that's fine. If not, I can always just leave it behind.
I have my clothing and my memorable chest piece.
I bought a disguise kit. I think everything we needed.
Yeah, I think I've got everything we were needing as well. But then again, this is where Dis is like, "Mwahaha! You have forgotten something."
I think I said 3 things I wanted to get, and I already forgot about it.
Disguise kit, fake tits.
Makeup kit. I don't need fake tits. My tits are amazing. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's all.
There we go. I don't actually have the stats for that weapon, so I want to take a look to put that in. Not around, not there. There. So don't forget, we do have to talk to what's his name too? Twisty boy.
Yes.
But we can do that either afterwards or before. Doesn't matter. Probably afterwards, I think. Because if we're gonna have to spend this day to do that, get back down to the world.
Yeah, travel times and everything.
So am I reading this correct? It was going to be a week before original flesh will reset itself. So
What?
after a week, I'll be done with my disguise.
Apparently, yes.
Huh. Okay. I better tell Tiffany before I do this.
I mean, I'm sure I could probably take it off you, but
Still, might be kinky.
oh boy.
But the lovers just want to have some fun, okay?
Actually, can I get some lasgun clips? Las pistol clips, actually.
Sure. The rogue trader captain doesn't necessarily trade in las weapons. Weaponry is a bit of a difficult one to get into trading. He can provide some, but his stocks are not unlimited. So how many do you want?
At the moment I only have the one, so if I can get one, let me see actually. Yeah, I just need the one spare.
Sure, he can sell you one. Do you happen to know the price for a lasgun clip? I know it's going to be under ammo.
Ammo, charge pack pistol is 10 throws for a full clip.
Sure, then it's yours.
10 throws.
Should we consider also getting new servitors with the head ones?
Servo skulls.
Servo skulls, that one. Sorry. Never remember those names. The name of those.
Mine is just locked in a
the
box.
rogue trader. Well, essentially, it's not the rogue trader. It's the.
Mechanic
It's like the
trader.
seneschal, who'd be basically dealing. No, it'd be the quartermaster. I don't have a name for him. So you'd be dealing with the quartermaster of all this stuff. Yeah, the quartermaster for the ship. I don't seem to have a name written down for him. So you're basically just sending requests down to him, and he's letting you know if the rogue trader has supplies or not. He does not deal in cybernetics. He doesn't deal with in the Mechanicus's blessed workings. And he doesn't really have any to sell. He has a few on the ship that are used for relaying messages and doing certain tasks, but he doesn't really have enough to spare. Wow. Is something blowing up, or is thunder crashing, or...
Sorry, that's a thunder right next to my house.
Oh.
I did say the world was ending.
I thought it was a revolution. Okay.
I thought it was a revolution.
Not yet.
Only on Sundays and national holidays.
I'm just
out some fresh Corona.
I'm sorry, what? No.
Nergal farted out some fresh Corona for you all.
Fucking Nergal.
Fucking Nergal. Don't do that. That's how we get plague bearers.
That's how you get plague zombies.
Same thing.
Yeah, so unfortunately you won't be able to get any new servo skulls. unless you're able to actually bring the goods, like the parts, back to a Mechanicus trained individual who can then recreate them, rebuild them if possible.
Okay. So, do we have everything for going in? Albie? Albie?
Albie.
The lightning got him.
Yeah, I think
Alright,
not like
so
you
BRB.
just killed Albie.
Alright, Jim, have you got everything for going in?
Think so.
Okay. Waldo?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so game plan is we're going in here for recon, seeing what they're doing, seeing what we can get out of this, and possibly any layout of the Schola. So if we do need to subvert and subterfuge in or whatever, I'm trying to sound a bit more professional, but if we do need to break in and do something here, we have an idea of what the layout is. Okay?
Yeah. Yep.
So, to put this back into character, we're reconning the area for future reference as well as trying to gather some intel now ahead of time. Because we could see persons of interest there, we could see possible leads, anything else, yada yada yada. We're also getting intel on locations like exits, windows, possible rooms we need to get info out of, etc. etc. Ezio and I, since we're playing as the guards, will have to be doing most of the watching, I think. Liliana, you'll need to be stepping up a little bit and doing the talking if it comes to it. If you're going to be posting as the rogue trader's daughter. And Mordecai as Mordred. I guess you can help with the lookout and possibly some coercion, maybe? Should it come to it?
I'll see if my skills will still be...
The main idea now, don't forget, this is going to be an open day, so there's going to be more people there. Main idea is not to draw too much attention to ourselves, as long as we can get the intel on something we can actually work with, okay?
Yeah, maybe it's a good idea to define what we're looking for.
We did just before you went BRB.
I mean,
right, we're looking for possible intel we can use now, possible leads into things we can, possible leads of what we're looking into later, possible persons of interest, any layouts or rooms we can inspect later on, either through break-ins or the private meeting, stuff like that, okay?
Alright, sounds good.
I mean, it might be a good idea to do some snooping for you guys too. I mean, you might get lost looking for the bathroom and stuff.
Yeah. So that's what Ep46 and I are going to be mainly doing, keep an eye on it. As guards, we won't be able to walk around as much. We'll have to stick close to stay in character. However, because there's two of us and two of you, should one of you need to go to the bathroom?
Can work too.
Alright.
Sounds good.
We may also, if they do remember me, hit some issues, but I'm sure I can talk my way out of it.
You should be able to talk your way out of it, and Liliana should be able to talk you out of it anyway.
So why aren't you disguising Mordecai as well?
Yeah, we can do that, yeah.
I think Mordecai just wants to be a twink. I think it's...
Okay.
I think we should give you a little bit of a makeover, like just make sure you're not instantly recognized.
Yeah.
No, if he wants to play the character, then I suppose I won't get in his way of his fantasy, you know.
I mean, let's be real. he did enjoy being a twink. He got the twink bug, so let him be happy.
Yeah.
He wants
May-
to be
maybe-
dominated,
you almost
so
fucked
Lanesh
up.
will be happy.
Maybe less like trying to full on disguise me, and more like trying to make me
Modify to our
look a bit
bonus
prettier.
taste.
So you get a disguise, or you get nothing. These are your options.
Look, if you want to make up to look pretty, you don't need to get disguised.
Yeah, Liliana, just go out there and get a fucking makeup kit and just fucking.
I think I have one of those already.
What do you
Slap it over my cheeks.
If I have to actually buy that in game, I'll buy it. But
There you go. This is Darius doing makeup.
25 thrones.
25 crowns.
I have decided makeup 25 thrones.
I'm gonna spend 250 then, just because.
1d10 plus 10. See how many times you can use it before it runs out. Ha ha ha.
Oh, damn you, this. Wow. I'm not buying the best quality one. If it's coming these numbers every single fucking time.
So you spend 25
Why?
thrones and you get some common makeup.
Oh boy.
Far out of the reach of most normal citizens, they would have to buy poor or worse. Ooh.
I thought you were going to say porn then.
No. That's for other
kits.
people. So
Her makeup kits is just fucking a shit log, just for this is a bronzer.
don't mind the smell. Okay, so you pretty much have everything that you'd need, except from currency.
Oh yes, we have script, not thrones.
No.
Right.
You've been paid in. You've
We
been
have
paid in
thrones.
thrones. Thor is working again on Jim's side. You've been paid in thrones for the most part. You haven't really.
Okay.
Those of you who at the start of the game did work with proper companies would have been paid in script, but none of you really did that except from Jazina. And as a Medicaid, he got thrones anyway. It's not menial enough.
If my internet goes out, I apologize, but I think you all heard what happened.
Yes.
Yeah, you-
Thor is working. He's hitting
Just
his
make sure
hammer.
everything's saved up.
So sure. Yeah. You only need money. I'll give you a briefcase. You can have a briefcase, but how much are you putting in? How much are you? If you even need it.
Here's a big problem I have though. How much is a human slave
Ask the Seneschal.
these days?
Ask
So-
the Seneschal.
Yeah,
An indentured servant within the Imperium is not a cheap thing.
Yeah.
They are trained by a. It's called a charity, but they're not really charities. They're getting their money back. So it might be as little as 5,000 thrones. It might be as much as 500,000 thrones. If you are after someone who can essentially do research, look through the stacks of information and find clues, and a skilled person, then you're going to pay the maximum. If you just want another butler, then you're going to pay the lowest, 5,000. And then it also depends on who they're dealing with. If it's a family that they've worked with for a long time, it might be cheaper. A rando, it might be more. It entirely depends on what you guys are going for.
Even this may be too much. Let's stuff it to be something like 20k.
Yeah, I was thinking about 20k.
I mean, don't forget, this is an open day. We're there to take a look around. It's not completely...
It's not with purchasing obligations.
Yeah, but if we take
having that full of money, having the suitcase full of money just to show that we're serious about getting stuff, technically. Yeah, that's a good one. So, load it up with some cash, and if we get robbed, that's when we gotta, like, make sure Psychers just gonna make them fucking heads pop. Sorry, Twists make their head pop.
If you get robbed.
It's the upper spire. Not upper spire, upper hive.
I think the comment was more, it's not if, but when.
No, that was quite the point. It is the upper hive. The chances of you being mugged and it being robbed off you, highly, highly unlikely. You could be scammed out of your money, but yeah, general thuggery in the upper hive is very minimal. It happens, but it's very, very minimal.
Pottery?
General what?
No. General pottery is resigned to brothels.
No, I really regret training you as a prostitute.
Even Darius is regretting having him trained.
Just because I might be able to replace your girlfriend one day.
Nah, that's not how it works.
No!
So, you've gathered up all the items that you will need. So let me just get this right. You're going as your own aliases, which are basically on the brink of destruction rogue trader family who are down on their luck. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did we actually decide that, or did we want to go down there as the the road trader dudes, and we're just looking for more servants?
We did decide it because you guys kept pressing that. Yeah, they don't. Rogue trader pissed off the guy last time, and he might be bad for thing. So if we can do this, you'll be a bit more. To be fair, if we do it this way, where it's going down in for specifically for the pawnsmiths, you got a little bit more leeway of what you can say, what you can do. Otherwise, we would have to make it appear as if we're sticking to a schedule or to a script, more or less.
Fair.
So you can actually ask questions specifically about things because you're the one looking to make the purchase. It's not just we're going down, take a look for our boss, ask these specific questions, and then fuck off.
Fair.
However, you will, the rogue trader family is the one down on the luck. If that gets I have to make up something on why we have so much cash.
Technically,
that's not a lot of cash. Like, rogue traders genuinely work in billions of throws.
Someone who got here with refugees is actually part of our cover. Don't forget.
Yeah, but there's down on your luck and there's destitute.
Fair. Okay.
I mean, we're a bit down on our luck, but our luck is coming up. We're not dead yet.
Sorry, it's a savant. It's a savant that I was thinking you could go and hire, which is a very gifted person who's good with knowledge stuff.
No.
Honestly, I'd say we're just looking for either a maid or another butler.
I mean, to start off with, you can just simply say, like, okay, we've heard about this Schola that makes really good people, or makes really good...
I mean, It's an open day. I'm there to
we're here.
window shop.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if I have to buy someone in the end, which I might.
Right.
Is that
So
a
how much?
character? I have 10,000. I'm putting 5,000 in. I hate this, but I'm doing it.
Alright, I'll put 5k in as well, just to make sure it's...
Oh, that also puts in 5k.
I'll put in 5k as well.
Okay.
I say that like as if I wouldn't do that.
So, is there anything else you guys want to do whilst on ship? If not, we'll speed the game up a little bit, get you down on world.
Would it be possible to acquire Stormchild?
A Stormchild, the Rogue Trader isn't really a weapons dealer. He has some exotic weapons. He has some items that he probably shouldn't have, but genuinely he doesn't have much generic stuff. And his armory for the ship is mainly boarding. Like if you go to the Void Warfare part and you see anything that has to deal with boarding, then yeah he's probably got it. But normal weaponry, unlikely.
Alright.
And I need to know what a Stormchild is and what thingy it is.
It's a pistol, basically.
You know my hand cannon?
Yes. Oh,
That's a
it's
Stormchild.
that one. Okay, yeah, he definitely doesn't have any of them. But that is a
Basically
thing.
my signature weapon at this point.
That is a thing that you can buy in the Hive. It's not like a prohibited weapon.
While we're still on the subject,
You cut out.
would that fit in my fancy clothes, or should I look for a different weapon?
A hand cannon won't. Genuinely speaking, hand cannons are Dirty Harry Magnum revolvers. I mean, I'm pretty sure you need to use 2 hands to shoot a hand cannon if you don't have a strength bonus of 4.
Yeah.
So you've got to be pretty muscular to fire it, so no, it wouldn't fit. Something like a stub automatic would, something like an auto pistol would. Any pistol with the compact modification on it would. You can compact a Stormchild. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could.
It'll decrease the damage range and stuff, so I wouldn't recommend it. Also, apparently Chrome decided to close on me. So.
Question: where can I find this compact thing? Because I don't find it.
It's a weapons mod. It's a weapons mod.
Oh.
Yeah, it basically makes a weapon smaller.
You asked us if there was anything else left for us to do before we went down, right?
Yes, aboard the ship.
Is there any more research we had to do before we left? I do remember I had to go talk to Alucard, but...
That would... time.
You're in a well, Geddy.
Geddy!
Cody.
Getty.
Geddy! Get out of the well!
No!
Don't make me come in there and get you both.
God, fucking thing. I actually have to program. Stop me!
Geddy! You need me to throw the rope!
The only thing I really need or want to research at the moment, I can't, because I don't know if, 1, the Inquisitor trusts me enough, and 2, I trust the Inquisitor enough yet.
The Inquisitor you trust. There is no... I don't know if I trust him or not. You trust. That's pretty much it. Unless something very weird is happening with your Inquisitor, or Lord Inquisitor, that makes you go like, yeah, no, let's leave this entire sector behind.
To be fair, most of you would be scared of your Inquisitor, because you haven't met him, and you're only going off of the shit that you've been told about Inquisitors. And everything you know about Inquisitors is they are evil, they are terrible people, they're horrible.
They're the literal boogeyman.
They
Yeah, pretty
literally
much.
blew up my fucking planet.
Yes.
Arcade West!
Say, do people know of the Inquisitors?
Yes. Yes.
People
but they
who
don't
do
know
know
what
of the
they do.
Inquisitors know of them as boogeymen, basically.
Yeah,
Not-
They-
look, the Inquisition is basically John Wick, and the Imperium keeps killing John Wick's dog.
I mean, think of it this way. For a normal citizen, they are the secret police of the secret police. They have no idea what they actually do, but they are the boogeymen. When
They know
when
they
you turn up
exist.
at work, when you turn up for work and your work is closed, and the rumor is that the Inquisition came and killed your boss, and you're now destitute, you have no more, you can't be employed again because you're too old or whatnot. That's what the Inquisition is to you. They turn up, they do shit that normally fucks your life up, and then they leave. You never see them. That's why in all the books and in all the lore, every time someone says, "Who are you?" and Gregorius or Ravener or any other Inquisitor flips out their Rosarius, most of the time the reaction is, "Shit thyself," and beg for mercy. Because most people have done something wrong, and they immediately go to that.
Shit thyself, thought.
So yeah, the idea of meeting your Inquisitor, there would be some fear in there of, is he as bad as all the stories say they are? But at the same time, you haven't
even
met
met
him
them yet, have they? Yeah.
No, you've only
No, we
met
haven't.
Ted. You've only met Ted, the acolyte of
Bill.
no, the acolyte of, fuck me, how have I forgotten her name? Of
Wait, do you mean mine?
yeah, basically.
Do they know her name yet?
No, I don't think they know. The
I don't think we
Inquisitor's,
did. I don't think we know
interrogator.
that her name yet. Oh boy.
But yeah, he's your acolyte.
Wait, did he get sent to me? He became mine?
Mm.
What do you mean? Did he get sent to you?
He's asking if he's
Never mind.
the acolyte is.
Never mind. I'm confusing things.
Ted's your acolyte. He
That's-
was essentially gifted to you as your errand boy. If you have something that you can't deal with directly or you're too busy, you go, Ted, can you go and like sending the acolytes out on their first mission when you've got other important stuff to do.
It's just that I keep forgetting about the structure of Inquisitor, Interrogator, and Acolyte. Yeah.
Wait, I
It's
thought
just a
they
brain
were
fart.
acolytes.
Essentially, so the Inquisitor will bring in acolytes, which are you guys, and there are different levels to the acolyte tier. But an interrogator can also bring in an acolyte, or the Inquisitor can basically gift an acolyte to the interrogator to lighten the load.
An interrogator is an Inquisitor in training.
Yes. And not all acolytes can become interrogators.
No.
If you don't have the aptitudes for it, then you shouldn't be given that power, essentially. But anyway, so if you guys are ready to go down, I don't think there was any other research that you guys had to do.
Not at the moment, I don't think.
No, I don't think either.
So for now, the 5th day is basically, most of it is used up of you acquiring things, inquiring if they have certain items and being disappointed when you find out they don't. It's about midday when you go to get on your shuttle, when a messenger is sent down. As you all are preparing, checking over the ship as it's getting warmed up and the servitors are preparing it, loading on your many clothes, Liliana, as you seem to want to transport them round as you go.
My clothes are not with me. They are in my room. I'm wearing only the things I need.
The new ones you've acquired, because surely you've acquired some new ones.
Sure, fine.
The messenger comes down. Sirs and madam, the rogue trader wishes you well on your journey. He apologizes for not being able to spare the time to see you personally. It is with deep regret in his heart that he was not able to rejoice in the tales of your great adventures. He looks a little confused, as if he hasn't exactly been told what these great adventures were, but hey ho. And for Mr. Mordecai, we had a transmission regarding your message. You are to wait for our meeting. You shall not be permitted to learn more. I hope that answers any questions. You can send another message if you want. It's currently quite expedient.
Just a simple understood. We'll wait for further instruction.
Very well.
Will suffice. With all the usual. What's the platitudes? Gratitudes? Platitudes. That's the one. Thank you, Geddy.
You were close.
We'll do, sir. We'll do. The messenger runs off. So, as you all board your gun cutter, it still has no weapons. It's still lightly armed for a space vehicle. It's it still has enough protection for the elements, just not heavy gunfire. So as you take off, Ezio, can you give me an operate space vehicle? No, sorry. Aeronautica.
Just in case, can I make just one small preparation before we actually board? I'd like to put on a spacesuit without putting on the helmet yet, just in case, and I'm sitting as far away from Ezio as possible.
Sure, it's a big old ship, and Ezio's in the pilot seat, so that's fine. So there is actually. I'm
putting my chute in the way.
There is no chute. There is no parachute.
No, well, my shield between myself and Ezio, just in case there is a blast.
Ah, your shield. Okay.
Because I do remember him saying "fuck it" before.
So there is actually another bonus, because you get the vehicle's maneuverability score to it, to your operate as well. I can't remember where I put the sheet. So I think there was meant to be like a plus 30 to that test, because you are not, well, you're just flying. It's not a difficult test. So you massively succeed. With like 5 degrees of success. So as you come out of the rogue trader's ship, Liliana, you don't get to roll, but I will allow Darius, Mordecai, and Ezio to roll. Now, Ezio, you alone roll this. Awareness plus 30. Everyone else, so Mordecai and Darius, I want awareness minus 30.
Holy
wow.
So awareness minus 30.
Yes, because the chances of you being near a window at this precise time as you're coming out, and again, you know, it takes a while, space travel, but you guys are meant to have the smallest chance of actually seeing this.
I don't think mine's gone through. There we go.
There we go. It took some time.
Can I also roll Sinitians?
You can.
Thank you. Any modifier?
No.
I roll dodge.
So,
Fucking corn.
So Ezio, as you're doing your, you know, your normal piloting operations, this is still new to you. You're a new pilot, and the servitor is assisting you in doing minor corrections and minor adjustments here and there, and sending you plots.
So we don't go spinning around like a lunatic.
No, you've taken the human seat. You've got the hot seat now, so it's more of just giving you information and tiny adjustments, because it's just assisting you here. It's not you're running the show, and you're following the correct protocols, and you're running through things in your head like, okay, so I've got to come out at this speed, go this far away from the ship, then I can begin my maneuvers. Because again, you're not flying for your life here. You're just casually flying, so you can run through the protocols and stuff that you need to go through.
I have time to read the sheets.
Yeah, you can sit there and like quickly look at dummies, piloting for dummies, the Imperial way. You know, you can quickly look at the stuff that you need to look at. However, something does catch your eye, only just. There's another ship. There's a lot of ships. There's a lot of Navy ships in orbit at the moment, but there's another ship. You can see there's the sunlight is glinting off the metal ever so slightly as it comes in. It's quite small, but it's heading towards the planet. But it's a long way out. The ship itself is actually quite large when you're right up next to it, but at the moment you've just noticed the flare from the shine of the light.
Alright, any identifications, marks?
It's too far out at the moment for your auger array to identify, because it's not a main ship auger, but it does come up. There is a on your auger array. You can see that it has appeared. If you give me a tech use test with a +10, I believe, you can see if you can get some more information.
Sure. This will go horribly. Almost.
Okay, you don't get any real information, but you do get...
Can the servitor tell me more?
No. No, servitors does not work like that. You do get the name. You do get the name. The name does pop up. The Lustful Maiden.
It's a ship for Mordecai.
He's neither maiden, but very lustful. So
the Lustful Maiden RT comes up above on the auger array. So it does seem to at least be giving off an Imperial beacon. Oh yeah, sorry. And you'd see the Imperial beacon. As all Imperial ships must provide.
Oh, it isn't Dark Elder.
No.
Might be blueberries or normal.
No.
Might be blueberries
it's an Imperial beacon.
Yeah.
So
huge.
Actually, so you don't know this. This is information that you would be aware of. So no, you only know it's given off an Imperial beacon, and it's called the Lustful Maiden.
I was mostly speaking out of character though, so no worries.
You're in the cockpit by yourself and with a servitor. Even if
Talking
you
to
were
the servitor.
talking out loud, no one's going to hear you. So, Liliana, as you cower behind your shield, nothing really seems to happen. You are in your room, if you wish. You do all have a room aboard your vessel. It's just kind of cramped compared to the rather luxurious surroundings that you've just left.
Look, here's the thing. I love flying. I love spaceships. I just am very afraid of actual flying. So I am in my room praying to Big M that I don't die.
I will tell you that I have 2 arbitrary dots and something called Operator Nautica.
Still, if something goes wrong, you're gonna take a grenade out and blow us out at Kingdom Come.
That's only if demons appear. And what the hell's a demon?
That's only if Mordecai screws up.
How am I gonna screw up? I'm not even piloting the
You
damn
literally
thing.
warned us about your head, or talking to yourself, and your head can go bang and fucking summon weird warp Xenos.
Yeah.
That's what he was scared about last time.
I thought. Okay. I don't remember this, but okay, sure.
Last time he said if your fucking head goes bang and a demon pops out, he's gonna blow up the ship.
Oh, yeah.
That we should be careful if you
I
go.
don't even know what a demon is. How do you know what one is?
I don't know.
We don't know. All we
We're going
know
off
is that
information
we
you
need to-
told us.
All we know is
just
that
I'm
we need
afraid.
to be scared of you.
Interesting.
Okay, so to speed it up a little bit, you easily get back to the planet. That's not a problem. There's no real issue with you getting landing permission, so long as you use the Rogue Trader's ID. I will point that out there. Your ship is currently under the Rogue Trader's identikit.
Yep.
So back to the hive map. So you park up in the middle hive. It's going to take you till the very late hours of the 25th. So basically, you're getting into the Raven Court at like 2 minutes past 12. So you're technically on the 6th now. To expedite things a little bit more, when did you leave? You left on...
Shit.
You left on the 101st. So you're coming back on the 6th. So Liliana, Tiffany's kind of pissed. You left her for 5 days and didn't tell her where you were going.
I did
Again.
tell her. I specifically said I was telling her where I was going. I remember saying that because
last time you gave her money. Last time when you left her alone, you gave her money for each day. This time you just left her. She's had no money.
There is still money the same place I always leave, on the first drawer, 1,000 thrones. She should know this.
Darius is gonna make a
Like
beeline
same
to
way I
our
did
drawer, just to make sure.
But she doesn't know if she can take that or not. There's
I
an
told you,
there's an
I
argument.
told her it was fine.
Oh, I'm sure she can take a lot more than that.
There's an argument that ensues. Let's put it that way. So,
And my
You
room's
wanted-
right beside them again.
you wanted to speak
Got
to
soundproofing.
you wanted to
I have
speak
soundproofing.
to Alucard. You inquire about the men you sent off because no one double checked about them who left on the 99th.
Shit.
They did. They did make it back. They made it back, I believe, on the 104th day. So it took them 5 days. But they did eventually make it back. A little bit battered and bruised. But you didn't actually lose anyone. So everyone you sent down did actually come back. They did use up all their ammo, though.
Okay.
So they did as you asked. They delivered the Voxcaster to the mushroom growing area and told them that it was a gift from you to Alucard so you could communicate. they seem to have accepted it.
Okay. Good.
So if you want, you can ring him up.
Yeah, definitely want to ring him up. Just to check everything actually went okay, and that we'll have the proper talk when afterwards.
Okay, so Alucard's, one of Alucard's men picks up the line. The old boy. Actually, it's 12 o'clock. He's an old boy. It'd be the mutant girl. Why not? We'll have the feathered girl come back in.
Girl!
So, she
Wait.
can't...
Which mutant girl?
The one that likes
Amy.
Mordecai is really confused by Mordecai.
Because
Amy.
mutant girl, there's Pooh girl, and there's feather girl.
Yeah, there's Porcupine Girl and there's Feather Girl. Feather Girl
There's also
does actually...
Big boobs.
Oh yeah, there's also, but she's a cameo. She just appears with the dong between her tits. Yeah,
She just exists.
she's there for comedic value only. So I can't find Alucard's men now. Crying, I should really order my notes better, but I'm lazy.
If you need the bird girl's name, it's Amy.
I said that like fucking 3 times.
Amy.
Amy. Okay.
Alright, and to 6.
And the tentacle hands guy is called Johnny. I don't actually have the old man's name.
The old man is Edward.
Edward.
So yeah, Amy picks up the line. Is kind of annoyed that she recognizes the voice. Passes the comms off to. Oh, actually, hang on. I should make her roll for a bit of PTSD here.
Wait, before you go, how's the last pistol been treating you?
Okay, so actually, she has a bit of PTSD as she picks up the Boxcaster. She picks up, and the first thing she does is recites her regiment's ID, and then her company's ID, and her rank.
Okay.
Thank you, rank Amy. Please put me onto your commander.
She doesn't respond after that kind of. The line just goes, not dead. It hasn't been hung up, but it's very clear that someone's kind of just walked away from the headset. Just like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like,
Alucard!
Alright, am I there?
Oh, you that gun. She likes you. You like her too.
You can be there if you want.
Yeah, can I just step in and just say,
Oh, she's gone. Like
okay,
after she like has a bit of PTSD, relays some information about her company and
that we already know.
Then she kind of just walks away from the headset. You would probably then hear a male voice come over, because I imagine the youngsters are still awake. Johnny, who, well, he wasn't a Vox operator, so he wouldn't have the same problem as her. So Johnny basically says, you know, what do you want? Thank you very much for the communications, blah blah blah. Alucard's currently asleep now. I can wake him up if you want.
No, shaking my head. There's Mordecai's on the line. No.
There's
Don't wake him up.
no need to do that. Just wanted to make sure all was well after our comrades delivered the Voxcaster to you, and that it was all working. We may visit in the coming days, but we can arrange that closer to the time as needed.
He informs you, like, very good. You do that. everything seems to be fine. Reports were that your men seem to have got into a fight coming down. Good to hear that they made it back up.
Can you... I believe Amy initially picked up the Vox. Can you just check on her for me? She seemed...
Bad memories. You'd understand if you were in the guard. Ask one of your comrades about it.
I have, and they punched me. So I know more than enough that I need to, at least.
Oh yeah.
But just make sure she's okay. And remind her that gifts are a thing.
Will do.
Smooth.
We...
We're gonna shake our head, Jesus Christ. By the Emperor's massive packs, you're suck at this.
Anyway, stay safe, and let us know if there's anything we can do for you in the meantime.
Yep, we can let you know if we need anything, but everything seems to be calm down here for now.
That's good to know. I know there were some issues with some members last time we were down. But
you're just gonna hear Lillian. That's just a guy answering the phone, man.
Yeah, that's why I said issues, not... Yeah, the Psychers hated that we took another Psyker away. Anyway, thank you, address him by his name. You may get back to your duties now.
He hangs up the phone.
Look, Mordecai. Real talk right now. Next time we go down there, you're bringing that girl a fancy-ass wine and you're apologizing.
I know they're twists, but maybe I should actually talk to the former guardsman, me or Ezio.
See, this is why I want you to talk to Alucard. You hate twists, but you understand them. And maybe he won't punch you in the face like you punched me.
Why did that happen, by the way?
Not a conversation I wish to repeat right now.
As Mordecai's going, Gareth, Darius is just glaring at him.
Just cracking a knuckle.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's all fine. I'm sure me and Darius will talk it out at some point if we need to.
Cracks another knuckle.
You people seriously need to get laid.
I mean, I lay down every night.
So fucking stressed. Jesus Christ, this is bad for me. This is bad for my mojo.
Okay. Can I head back to my room, take some rest, and get my shit organized for the open day?
Sure, you can do that. It's still a few days off.
Yeah. It is better to be prepared ahead of time than on the day.
Yep.
Sure, you can do that. It's quite late, so you can, if you want, get something to eat and then go to bed, have a wash, go to bed, however you please.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can hear an argument continuing once Tiffany, Liliana's door shuts.
The fuck's a Tyranid?
Tyranid?
What's that?
Door slashed open, fucking Mordecai gets dead in the face again.
Told them, you bastard! No Tyranids.
My fucking room's up, soundproof.
I think we should call that, as he just said, like, once he got into a room. So what is a tyrannid? So
Gets out the data slate, researches a bit more.
oh no, actually, never mind. I already rolled for her. So yeah, as you say that, you remember, oh shit, there's a ganger who lives here as well. But fortunately, she rolled a 96, so she's too busy having an argument and probably angry sex afterwards with her.
May I suggest we give our people a little bit of a raise, given that they did go down into the Underhive and apparently get their shit kicked in?
Don't think we should do that every time something happens.
Yeah,
No.
but this is
Like
the
it or not,
first time.
It's part of the job.
Oh, true.
Not only is part of the job, they're getting protection, accommodation, and equipment. So, if you want to recoup them for the ammunition and shit, do that. Maybe throw in a couple of thrones, but don't just give them a raise because of it.
Oh no, yeah. Maybe like a tip, just a tip.
For sexuality.
Oh God, why did I ever train him?
So essentially, your gang, all 22 of them, they have been getting XP. Now, they haven't spent any XP yet, but so far their shenanigans and whatnot have gained them 350 XP. So
Okay.
they are these things going on, and them succeeding does get them a little something that they can be improved upon later in the campaign, or if you want to take any of them with you when you leave. So we are, after your sleep, recovering from angry sex, or just screaming out at the world, what are tyrannids? You wake up the next day. The servitor has cooked a number of meals for the people there. He hasn't done one for Mordecai though. Well, actually, no.
Is he a bit snob?
No. This is 40k technology. He has made Mordecai one because his programming says to make breakfast for everyone in the main hab.
I take one look at it and go make my own.
You don't have a tech priest to tell it otherwise. Well, no, technically, Mordecai, you can just tell it, please stop cooking for me. I will make my own meals. It can understand that, at least.
I'd probably make it about it as well.
No, no.
I'm pretty
it
sure
always
I'm going to
succeeds.
be eating.
It's only 2 degrees of success, failure. It's fine. Might have the runs later.
Toughness test plus 20.
I think I'm eating the servitor's meal this time.
It's as bland and tasteless as always. Well, no, not tasteless, but less taste than what you would like. And actually is kind of bland after eating the Rogue Trader's delicious cuisine for like 5 days.
Also, you say always when characteristically I'd done a lot better at cooking than that.
Oh no, so the servitor always succeeds with 1 success. So it makes food that is edible. You can eat it, you won't get sick, but it's neither seasoned nor flavorful. It's just, okay, it's good food.
It's oatmeal.
It cooks with your rations, with the food that's in here. So it does have a number of dishes it can make, but it's all standard. It's all just as standard as you can get. It's no frills, nothing fancy. Whereas you're a player character who has the skill, you're doing a roll of the dice, so you can get more or less degrees than it. If it was a proper NPC, like Tiffany from the fantasy game, I'd probably have it do like every now and then do rolls for her, because sometimes it leads to funny stuff, like the lovely stew. But no, so you wake up on the 6th. It's quite late in the day, but you have the most of the 6th to do whatever you'd like. Is there anything you want to do on planet now, or can we shoot along to the 9th?
Well,
I mean, shooting along to the 9th is not the worst idea. Not because
I guess it's go off the session.
do a lot of meditating.
It's too short by to go shopping, right?
No, if you want to order something, you have the comms for most people.
Can I have your blessing to have a scalp taker as my hidden weapon?
A scalp taker. I do believe I've had an enemy use that weapon before, so it should be fine.
I have the stats and everything, yeah. I actually have it.
Okay, yep, you can get a scalp taker then. Because it has come up, essentially anything that's come up in the loot drop as a standard equipment.
Revolver.
Yep.
It actually has its own stat line.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 3, Ben 0, grip 6, reliable.
It's come out in the loot drop before, so that basically guarantees if it's come from a grunt. If it's come from a grunt, then it guarantees that you should be able to get this weapon, especially if it's on the world where you fought that character.
Can I hide it in my pocket?
Yes. No, that's the type of weapon that you can.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, this is one thing I kind of want to make sure of. It's alright for those that are specifically guards to kind of have an active, or not active, but a visible weapon, unless it's a small arm, say like a scalp ticker or something.
So, under the Rogue Trader ID chip, you get a main weapon and a sidearm. For the ID chips that you've had forged, I believe you're just allowed a sidearm.
Just a sidearm, okay.
Yeah, so the ones for your aliases don't have the clout to be able to carry a main weapon around, so it's just a sidearm.
Would the Stormchild actually fall under technically a sidearm? As in still classified as a pistol?
Yes, it's a pistol class weapon, so it's a sidearm. Sidearms count as pistol class weapons and melee weapons of non technological standing. No, so you can't have a power sword. You guys in particular. You could have a shock baton. That would be completely acceptable. For the Rogue Traders one, you could have a power weapon. And you could have a main, like Ezio could have his Armageddon. As long as it's not, completely on show. If you had it tucked under your armpit with your jacket over it, even if they can see the bottom of the weapon, when the enforcers come over to you, you say, yep, sure, officer, scan me. And they scan the chip, and they're like, okay, you have a permit, that's fine.
Okay, so you can only take one or the other, either a sidearm or a pistol or a melee weapon, basically?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be leaving my Punisher button, and
I'll be taking my sword as always.
Sure. You can do that.
It's not uncommon for an ability to carry weapons, right?
Sorry?
It's not uncommon for nobles to carry weapons, right?
Well, no, nobles would carry weapons for self-defense as well. Just because you've got bodyguards doesn't mean you can't defend yourself. Depending on your custom, you might have a melee weapon, which is there for show more than actual use, or you might have a master-crafted weapon on show less for use. It's another item that you can show off your wealth with.
Maybe I'll be carrying this my regular. Actually, my Kama isn't technically pretty.
Yeah, your karma, I can tell you now that people, they're going to be like, what is that noble walking around with? It's not, it's an exotic weapon. It's classed as an exotic weapon. It's not a normal thing to see a noble walking with. But that is up to you if you want to take it. It's just you will get looks just because it is a very unusual weapon.
I'm just thinking if I would bring the Kama and say, what, you haven't never seen one of these, peasant. Or if I just bring something and try not to raise too many eyebrows. Especially since I'm going to be disguised, I think I'm not going to take the Kama, I'm just going to take it as saber.
Sure.
We can't wear anything like a greatcoat, can we?
The bodyguards would probably be allowed to wear either a greatcoat or like some chainmail.
Alright, I'll take the greatcoat.
Well, it'd be like of equivalent standard.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. You can't wear big, bulky flak armor. That's not going to cut it.
I believe it's the, what do you call it? The black greatcoat. One we had for the gang, in the gang colors. Black greatcoat, basically.
Yes, but I believe that you could get away with, whereas flak armor, like what the guard wear.
Yeah, no, not straight up flak armor, because that's actually a hot commodity.
It just looks completely
having...
out there. Whereas, okay, someone in a really big, thick coat, it's not normal, but then with a noble in the middle, you're like, okay, so they're her entourage. At least
that
goes with it.
Head, right?
No.
Sweet. Okay. So I've got the black greatcoat. Sorry, the black greatcoat, whatever the hell it's called. I think it is just a black greatcoat.
I think it's just a greatcoat. I think it's just classed, called a greatcoat.
Okay.
But I think it is classed as flak armor. I shall check.
No, black greatcoat.
Commissar check it.
Oh no, yeah, black greatcoat.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of,
yeah. And officers.
Yeah, but the Commissar is iconic for his great coat.
Yeah. Big hat and greatcoat.
they don't look exactly the same. Like the Commissariat's uniform is very much just, you see that, you know they're part of the Commissariat. Whereas you see an officer's great flat coat. So yours all look nothing like a Commissar's one, because you've had them to look black like your gang. If you wanted a Commissar's one, you'd have to very specifically say, I want mine to look like a Commissar's one, with all the ribbons and... Okay.
The fake medals. They'll definitely get you blammed.
Fake medals? Please.
Fallen Valor.
I think it's more heresy if you go for real ones.
They were all won by shooting the back of your own soldiers.
Like, do Commissars have medals for executing their own men?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course they do.
I mean, it is thankfully...
Do lists exist of those?
It's in only war.
Yeah.
The killing of 3 or more comrades during an operation to ensure squad morale will award a commissar one of the honors.
See? I told you.
Now, do they count as player characters? What happens if you execute one of them?
Oh, if you have to execute a player character, technically it also counts.
Yep.
Sorry.
That was so scary.
Hey, at least it's only the bad commissars that actually have to execute people all the time. Because
Fuck that,
they
I
don't
want my
tend
medals.
to last very long. If they're too blam happy, they don't tend to last very long.
That's only if you
But
leave
have
someone
accidents.
who lives to see it.
No,
What
no,
happened to
even-
that fire
even-
squad? They didn't make it. I had to put the Emperor's fear into them.
I mean, even the loyal people are like, yeah, nah, fuck you. And they have accidents in the field.
A lot of them try to get away with accidents. It's a complicated thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I will give it. I seem to have made a little bit of a mistake here in that I've given you the best AP'd flak armor, and I'm letting you get away with wearing it. Everything else is less than it, but okay,
Well,
it just
no,
looks
you
so.
get-
It just looks so damn
The,
stylish.
The actual guard issue one is technically better.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it covers everything.
Indeed. Flaky gold.
Oh,
Although
yeah,
I
no.
think-
Arms and body. The rest covers.
Yeah, no, but it's the same AP. That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
It's the same AP. So it technically is bulky, but it's just not as positionally
get,
bulky as guard armor.
These.
Sorry?
Get one of those great goats.
You've already got
You
one,
have
haven't
one?
you?
You should already have one.
No, I have the Imperial Guard flak armor. I have the
Oh.
full suit.
Wait,
Wait. How did you get that?
that's the one we bought off Dodgy Dave.
Oh, right.
Karen, have you been
Indeed.
running round with that this whole time?
No.
Like wearing it?
No, you
I
have
wearing a body glove.
you have a grey coat. You do have a grey coat because all of us got one at least.
Alright. Oh yeah, I noticed it was on top of my gear list.
There you go. We literally all got them for the gang.
Look, I have a lot of shit on my gear list. I get why everyone would see stuff because I just found out I still have a crack rock on my gear list.
Yeah, so do I.
Why do I have crack on my pocket?
That's from the salty nipple.
I know, but like,
I
why
still
do
have two spare
this?
Punisher buttons.
Spare.
I have.
Punisher buttons, the big fucking.
The sticks.
Yes.
It's literally a metal rod with heavy metal or a heavy liquid metal inside it to make sure it actually hits harder when you swing it.
It's basically a police stick.
I also have a flexible hose for siphoning gas.
Siphoning
You do.
gas.
You do.
Siphoning petrol out of people's fuel tanks.
Ooh, interesting.
That's why I bought it. Oh fuck, I still have the Salvation Auger too. Shit.
We should totally use that more than we do.
Yes. I'm actually going to put that in my pocket.
Ogres.
But yeah.
Skeleton.
No,
I
the
think
Salvation Auger is the small, like, pocket watch size device that alerts you if there's a poisonous gas in the air.
I think I stole the room key of the first hotel we ever stayed in because I still have
We're
the
not going
room
back
key.
there.
You guys
mean-
don't know what happened there, so it's fine.
They were low on life, so
Probably
They were lower
I kinda
high,
I have to go down there at some point because of a personal quest.
Do you remember the type of locks they had? And
I do.
there was a riot down there. They're fucking dead.
yeah, they're so dead.
It's
You
possible.
never know.
Orange saved.
You guys never checked on them, so currently you could send one of your gangers down there to check in, but you just didn't. Because
Hey,
you're
random
heartless.
gangers, let us know how dead these people are. Thank you.
I suppose
Anyway.
a couple of them can go off on a little journey.
I also have a data waiver saying about the honor of Jane and Gretel.
What?
Uh,
Why'd you have all this random shit?
Look, I'm a loot whore. Leave me be.
More than just a loot whore, Jesus.
And NPCs are loot, apparently.
Yes.
No. The Jade and Gravel was because of when I bought them out of slavery.
Okay.
She works at the Thirsty Eagle. Gretel,
I
anyway.
still have her data wafer, so technically I still own her, even though I don't care.
Kind of.
I just,
was it Jane?
saved her.
Was it Jane, the other one that you were looking for?
Jane was the one from the Poison Kiss, I think, and Gretel was the one that is now working for the...
Yeah, Jane's just the only thing I've got on Jane is barmaid. That's it.
Jane was the barmaid of the first place.
She was a barmaid for the...
Wasn't there
The
also
Poison
some
Kisses.
kind of boss?
I thought it was
The
for the
Thirsty
Emperor's...
Eagle.
No, I thought it was for the other one. Oh wow. We have got very sidetracked.
Yes. Okay, so I've got all my gear ready. I have for note, I have the oh fuck. Fuck's sake, what do you call it? Stormchild as my visible weapon.
Yep.
So actually in the holster and everything. And I have the Mark IV Labs pistol in the hidden box.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna bring my saber and my best quality punch dagger hidden in my tie.
Sure.
And I'm wearing my fancy best quality mesh armor under the dress because it's fitted for that.
Sure. We can go with that. Ezio?
Yes. Yes.
What are you taking with you?
Would the greatcoat suit with my merc clothes? It fits.
Yes, you can wear your greatcoat. Your great.
Yeah, you can wear it over. That's what I'm doing too. I'm wearing the greatcoat over my
Suit.
Yeah.
Right, suit. Maybe ask for the second stun baton of Darius.
It's not a stun button. It's just the bludgeon tool.
I'll say only one of us has a stun button.
It's only I have a stun button. What are you
Oh,
talking
do
about?
you? Oh yeah, because
Well,
you
I
stole
have-
it off of what's his face.
Well, I have the shock. Sorry, wait, no, sorry. I have a
The
shock
shock
butt and also a naval command band, which is also a shocking.
Oh yeah.
I can literally disguise myself as a fucking officer.
Brilliant. Love it.
Oh boy.
And for guns, just my scalp taker and hidden book.
Okay.
So you're just taking the scout taker.
I mean, shuriken mission.
You're allowed to have one sidearm visible with
Yeah.
your ID.
That's why I have one hidden, one visible.
Take my hand flamer.
If you want the Punisher baton to be your visible weapon, I can give you it. Sure. It only does 1d10 impact damage, but it's not primitive.
I mean, I have a rubber pistol too. We also need to figure out what's up. Did I get pistols first in the end or not?
Did you get what, sorry?
Did I get my pistols first in the end? But
Pistol sword.
yes, the Chimera pistols first.
10 Fantasy 8? What?
I think we already went through this before.
Yeah.
That you didn't get it when you thought you did, but you were able to get it off of the rogue trader.
You got the sword. You had to buy it off the road trader. You had to buy both the sword
I had
and
to
pistol.
buy stuff from the rogue traders to make it legit.
Yeah.
Would that be my visible weapon?
Sure, that's fine. You can take that. So, you are basically going to pass up until the day of the open day. You know to get... Sure.
I will warn Tiffany that I will be looking different for a little while. A couple days before we actually do it.
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah. I'll need to actually do the preparation and okay, let's get this fucking. It hurts me a little bit because things disguising themselves as people is, you know.
Maybe
At
that's
least
why
this
you're
one
so good at
started
it.
out. At least this one started out as human.
What?
It's twist.
I still say this is why you're so good at it, because you know what they look like.
So I'm
if
making Liliana look like a fucking gene stealer cultist.
If you get a natural 100, if I roll a natural 100, that's exactly what it's going to look like.
Well, it's more you know how they hide themselves. Was my
No, hold up. Don't you fucking dare do that to me, Dario.
Trust me, I don't.
Don't you dare! I don't want to go bald.
It'll all be up to Nuffle. We'll have to see what he decides on the day.
I don't think I'm shaving your fucking head to begin with, so don't worry.
So you get
Why have you got a ridgy head?
You get your gear together. You know you need to be there for about 5 o'clock is when it all actually kicks off. Now it's going to take you some time to travel up there, so you keep that in mind. How do you want to get up there? Do you want to pay for the express again?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to want to pay for that.
Do you want transport up there?
How much would be the transport up there?
Well, it's slightly different this time because you're not getting a vehicle to move goods. You're getting a car to drive you up there.
I say we definitely get a car.
Yeah, I say we get a car.
Okay, so that will be a grand total of 75 thrones each.
Ooh.
Does that, so you're paying 2 costs there. One's the elevator, 25 thrones per person, and one's the vehicle, 50 thrones per person.
Okay. Alright, hang on.
But then you are turning up in not just a crappy taxi, it's, you know, you get your choice of, because essentially if you're ringing up to book a taxi or a car in the Hive, then you're someone with some money, so they give you options. If you say, I just want the cheapest, what's the cheapest price you can do, and you roll commerce, you can cut a deal and get things cheaper. It can also go up. You know, they don't have any cars, so they have to. Oh, this is reminding me too much of me getting screwed over by taxis in my country. So we're gonna stop that right there.
Yeah.
Fucking taxi drivers.
Let's not do that. Companies don't do that. They're
bastards.
nice people.
Yes, aren't we all nice people in this world of ours?
Yes, or at least we do that in this world so we don't have to remember real life.
Exactly.
Oh, you want taxi? Wait half hour. Taxi never shows. Sorry, taxi was called by someone else.
Oh, I had my taxi driver leave 2 minutes after I exited.
Oh.
Company policy, we only wait 15 minutes. He was generous, he waited 30. Cunts. So, moving on. So if you want to pay and get an actual private car to take you up, that's the cost. or you can walk.
I'm paying up, so.
I say we pay.
I already paid.
Yeah,
It
so
also-
yeah.
Yeah, same. It also leans into into our cover story as well. If anyone wants to track us that far back.
Okay.
So it takes you about 5.5 hours to actually get up to where Jesus Christ, to where you need to be. You tell the driver, you know, we need to be there by 5. The company that you need to be there by 5 and what level you're on, and they tell you, we'll pick you up at 12. It's a comfortable car. It's a 40k vehicle, so it's quite large. There is a bathroom on board, I should imagine. Fucking spending 5 hours, yeah, I should imagine. You're taken up. Essentially, you tell them where you want to go, and all 4 of you are loaded into the rather large car and are taken up. As you make your way towards the Schola, Ezio, you'd notice that the street is definitely busier. Like, once you turn off the main thoroughfare, the main highway, and you start going down some dodgy back alleys in the upper hive, so it's fine. You would notice that there is more people on the streets today. There's actually looks like there's street vendors in this area today. As you get to the Schola, it's a very large old. Sorry?
Who mans the vendors?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
What's the personnel behind the vendors' stall?
You have no idea. They're shopkeepers, man. they're just vendors. They're just selling hawking street food and street wares. It's just
they
activity.
Don't look like they're affiliated to the Schola.
No, not at all. No. They're just people on the street selling goods. As you get to the building, it's a very large, old, Gothic-styled building, much like many 40k grand buildings are. But again, this one is dilapidated. You can see that the paint, it hasn't been painted in many, many years. The windows look as if they're the putty is falling out of them, or the 40k equivalent. Everything just looks really run down. But as the car pulls into a lay-by, you can see that there's a number of quite nice vehicles that have all been parked up. You can see that the doors are open. The 2 main doors to the Schola are open. There are 2 robed individuals stood either side of the doors, greeting people as they come in and gesturing, to where they need to go. As you guys step out, as I said, there's more people on the street today. It does seem as if there's a lot of people here who have got nothing to do with the open day, but the traders have come for the open day, because you can see a lot of them are clustering around the Schola, trying to get the attention of the people who are going in. You can probably see about 15 people congregating outside. They seem to know each other or know of houses or affiliate families, companies, and so on. They are in little groups. Some of them do trickle in slowly. And yeah, that's about all the information you get for now.
Okay, so I guess I will jump out of the car first to make it take a look around, make sure everything's clear, and then open the door for Anna and Mordred.
I'll step out, tidy up a little bit, think about, and just step ahead.
I get out of the car and go, thank you, darling. And follow.
Yep. I'll motion to Angus. Come on, and
Alright, I'll go down, straighten my coat.
I will take my position beside the quarry, I suppose. So, Anna, please lead the way.
I'm already moving.
Where to?
The skull.
Okay. So
I'm
you
on
and
the
your...
other side of Darius.
Sure.
Forgot I didn't mention it.
Your group walks up to the Schola, ignoring the people gathered outside. And as you go to walk up the stairs, you can see that the two gentlemen, it seems, the two gentlemen at the top of the stairs, as soon as you basically take one step onto the stairs, they seem to take more notice of you. As you make your way up, they gesture to you, welcome, my lady, to the Schola Terrenia. I don't believe we have an affiliation. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am one of the teachers here. May I be so bold as to ask for your name?
My name is Anna Pondsmith. I crack my head to the side and just look at him. And yours?
I am but a mere teacher at this place, Lady Anna. You do not need to worry yourself with learning all of our names. There are a number of tutors and guardians on site tonight to answer any questions, but by all means, we're only here to direct you to where you need to go and answer questions as needed.
Oh, teacher, I'm looking for... I'm going to basically stop and think a little bit. I think I could use a new maid, a butler perhaps, and who knows, maybe do some window shopping.
He looks a little bit okay. Well, our Schola does provide suitable servants to fulfill your criteria. By all means, if you'd like to go in, we have a small little gathering meal for all the visitors. It's nothing to what I'm sure you're used to, but it's just a little something so that you can speak to the tutors and so on. This is just our ground floor. Sorry, I'm burping. He gestures into the first floor. Nothing particularly special about the ground floor. He does tell you that you can have a tour if you want. There are some students who are diligently doing certain tasks to show their skill, but this floor basically holds the grand hall for other purposes and just history about those who run the place and so on. Teacher of the Year award and so forth. But he directs you up it was once a grand staircase, now it's more of a fine staircase, and tells you that the first floor dining hall has all the heads of the Schola and all of the what word was I using for this? I mean, these ones aren't students. All the... Damn it, I can't remember the actual word, 40k word for it. Not applicants.
Aspirants?
Essentially... no, not aspirants either.
No.
Essentially, all the children, no, adults, who are ready to leave the Schola are all on the first floor.
Ah.
Anyone else that you see are just doing tasks to show you how good they are being trained, how well they are being trained, how good they are at these tasks, whether it be with numbers, with ledgers, with accounting, so on and so forth. So it's up to you. If you want to go have a tour of the ground floor, you can. Or you can go up to the dining hall where the products are on display. I mean, that's a very way of putting it, but kind of true.
Do you mind if we call it soon, by the way? Just because it's getting quite late.
Sure.
So, sorry, work in the morning.
That's
Which
always what I
floor
do.
is Anna choosing? Jim? Or did we lose him?
Sorry, I was muted. What was that?
Where are you going? Are you going to the ground floor or to the first floor?
We're currently on the ground floor, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna do a very small tour of the ground floor, and then I'm going up.
Okay. So, as you are led into the building by one of the tutors who directs you that is the grand hall, if you go in there, you'll see a number of the students performing tasks to prove their education and talent for the job. And as you walk into the Schola Terrenia, our hidden friend takes to the sky and begins recording the whole of the building, circling its high peaks and looking through its windows as we end our episode. And yes, I didn't forget about our invisible camera. It's just, yeah, when you're on board a ship, is there any point bringing it up? Not really. So yes, that is where we will be ending our episode for this session. But do not fear, because not long from now we'll have another episode to bring you, but this time with more jiggly bits. Yes, yes. Our Warhammer Fantasy campaign is going strong, and the group have finally entered Mordheim. So you might want to check that out if you have nothing better to do. So thank you so much.
Shit out of a fucking mutant.
You are a mutant, or kind of two mutants. So I certainly hope you have enjoyed this episode, this show, and are looking forward to the future shows to come. Thank you very much, everyone, for liking. Can't like on Twitch, never mind. Well, it's a YouTube spiel then. Thank you very much for following, subscribing, and just commenting. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.